Hi everybody, Desmo here. In today's video, I wanted to go against the trend of sharing a lot of information about information that we got from GGG and just to repost it in a new way and analyzing all what we have until now, which is going to be completely shredded once we have the patch note. Rather than that, I wanted to share with you some crafting technique that is going to be useful for absolutely everybody. Whether or not you are going to use this kind of item, this technique is going to be good for you to learn to make money, to use the item if you are playing the build that can use it, or for your global knowledge about crafting if you are undertaking anything similar, because it's gonna tell you how you can easily achieve some craft and get better at crafting. So let me show you to begin with what is the outcome that we are looking for. And this is the one with spell damage and +1 all spell and +1 chaos spell skill gem. This is some craft that is extremely powerful for chaos build, obviously. Most likely for Hex Blast if you are not going for Void Battery, Unique Wand, but this is pretty cheap to achieve. And when you look at it, the chance to hit the desired mods are extremely low if you are using the wrong technique. As you guessed it already, we are going to use fossils to achieve the craft. And we are going to use metallic fossil, corroded fossils, and shuddering fossils. So 3-circuit resonators, which is not too expensive. And to achieve the craft, we are going to use Prophecy Wand because it has the best implicit with up to 40% increased spell damage. And for the craft, we want a base item with item level 82. So the base is absolutely not expensive whatsoever, but this is what we want absolutely. And before I actually show you the craft in live, I want to show you why exactly we are choosing this option. And I prepared the Craft of Exile website here with the proper setup. So as you can see, I have the metallic, corroded, and shuddering fossils. And if you do that, you can see that there's only 4 options left for the outcome on the wands. And one of them is not accessible. This is the adds chaos damage, flat chaos damage, but this modifier is only available from level 83. This is why we want level 82, because other than that, we might roll that and we absolutely don't want that outcome. So if we have exactly item level 82, then the only outcome that we can have is plus level of skill gem, chaos gem, and increased spell damage. Unfortunately, with 82, we cannot have tier 1 spell damage, but we can still have tier 2 up to 99% increased spell damage, so this is really good. Also, we want to have level 82 and not below, because there is a few other modifiers that we can achieve with that. And for instance, tier 1 intelligence is not a bad modifier to have if it's tier 1, and there's a few other that could be interesting. So we want item level 82 for that purpose. Also, there's one step further that we can do for the wand if we achieve that. At the end of the craft, we can annul the wand if you have 6 modifiers, because most likely all the time you're gonna have the suffixes full. And since most likely the kind of people who are going to want to buy these wands or use them, they are going to be Hex Blast Mine, and a modifier that is really good for them is throwing mine speed, and this is a suffix. So at the end of the craft, you could like gamble with a 50-50 annul and try to annul a suffix. If you hit, you craft mine throwing speed, and this is going to increase the price of the wand quite a lot, but this is up to you. Since the craft is not too expensive, early on in the league, the resonators are really not that expensive. I guess the shuddering is going to be the most expensive of them, but it depends on the meta and so on. So I'm not gonna try to predict what the economy is gonna be. We need the patch note for that to see what's meta and so on. So the price of everything is gonna vary, but usually the metallic is not expensive. The corroded it depends, but we'll see. If physical is meta, if there's some physical build meta, it's gonna be more expensive, and same thing for the shuddering fossil. Like, more speed modifier is nice, but it's more a global thing that is not so expensive usual. But yeah, let's see about that. So now about the craft itself. So let's put... I prepared 2 ones to, if we are lucky enough to hit one quickly, I'm gonna try to make another one. Usually the expected amount of craft attempt to get the +2 and spell damage, +2 level and spell damage is 10 to 12 resonators, so. So I got enough to have a few attempts. Let's see with this one first. And there we go. First one with 4 resonators. So you see spell damage, as I said, the suffixes are full, so we could go and try to annul and craft the mind string speed, but I'm gonna keep it like that for now, and let's see if we can hit another one here. And there we go, another one. Something that I forgot to mention is that you ideally want to use a fracture based with, you see the increased critical strike chance on the bottom, the last modifier. It's really good for Hex Blast. So if we have this one tier 1 fracture, or even tier 2, tier 3 would be good. This is really nice. This one, luckily we got tier 4. It's not like the best one, but still this is a good modifier. If we use the resonator on the fracture base, this is guaranteeing you to keep that modifier. So this is something that you want to do. But since I'm simulating this more for league start, this is why I didn't use a fracture base, because this is not really realistic to find that early on in the league. Maybe you can put a live search and get lucky, so this is why I'm telling you about that. If you are like a few weeks into the league, definitely you should go for a fracture base. The crit chance, if it's not tier 1, it should not be expensive whatsoever. If you go for a tier 1, it's maybe like between 3 divines, 5 divines, I don't know, it depends on the meta again, but consider buying a fracture base to guarantee your outcome, and it's gonna be even better. So this is pretty much it for the craft. I didn't want it to make a video too long, but as I said, there's like YouTube is flooded with videos about the same topic over and over, so I wanted to bring something different. I hope you liked it and it was useful for you. Maybe just a quick price check. I should definitely do that. Spell damage, is there anything like that online? Usually below 30 divines the people are just not answering, but you can see like the price, they are going up quite quickly, and if we add the crit chance, 70-80 divines, so yeah. Definitely a good craft to attempt. This is money every time, I can guarantee you that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So please consider like, share and subscribe, and until my next video, take care of yourself and bye.
Last night I had a dream, dropped the mirror on stream. Oh my god, what's so clean, best thing I've ever seen. Dans peu mirror, 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 dans peu mirror.